Introducing the amazing state-of-the-art Invisimask.
I'm about ready to walk into the big box store. No thanks, I have the Invisimask on. Thank you. And the best thing about the Invisimask is you have the confidence to go out and do the things you always like to do without the cumbersome mask being on. Oh, I have the Invisimask on. Can't you see? Oh, silly me. You can't see it. I have the Invisimask on, though. Totally covered. Thank you.
Introducing the amazing, high-tech Invisimask. Yes, we've used advanced nanotechnology, and we developed a completely invisible mask that works with your immune system. It allows you to breathe in and breathe out with no obstruction, keeping you healthy and safe. Now you can go out in confidence into public wearing your Invisimask. And when they say, "Where's your mask?" you can say, "Ha ha ha, I've got the Invisimask on. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And shine them your beautiful smile, because that's what it's all about. Smiling." Thank you very much. And by the way, we've teleported one to everyone's face. You already have one. So go out and enjoy your Invisimask and live as a free human as it was meant to be. God bless. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Well, here we are again, friends. Welcome back to the Truth Quest. So glad that you're here. And it's Monday, and that's fun day. It's time to have fun at the Truth Quest. And we got it might not be too big of a surprise since we have the chat thing, right here. It's so weird. But we'll go over to Chatlandia and see who's over there chatting about. You might have an idea because of the on-screen tally there. Oh, more people keep coming in. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, we got a full roster today, folks. Lots of friends today. And then look, it's Catherine Weiss. That's Weiss123. She's one of our Ultramods. And she says, "Hi, Aaron." And then she says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight." Awesome. And then Kathy also says, "Hiya, Peggy." And then I said, "Hi, Kathy." Okay. Very cool. Awesome, you might even say. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Aaron," over there on YouTube. See? She said she was going there, and boom. We get the best Ultramods. And I said, "Hi, Kathy," over there on YouTube. And then Kathy says, "Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Hit the old thumbs up because it helps the algorithm, the algo beat, and the algo melody." Yeah. Thanks, Kathy, for putting that out there. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. And look, it's Peggy Dancer, another one of our Ultramods. Hi there, Hot Games and Puzzles. Aaron, hi, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble. Cool. All right. And then Peggy Dancer And that was over on YouTube. And she's on the portrait channel. And she says, hi, Aaron, Hot Games and Puzzles. Hi, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble. Very cool. And then Cap78 Pack says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Weiss123 Catherine. I'll be here tonight. Very cool. And then let's see. Oh, I said, hi, Peggy. Okay. You know, maybe instead of saying okay, I should say thank you to the Ultramods when I give those little notes. Maybe. Oh, and look who's here. It's our good friend Heidi Pop. Heidi Pop. And she says, oh, she's waving and she's got the Cookie Monster in another waving hand. Isn't that nice? Well, glad to see you here, Heidi. I saw Heidi on a show she was on from the UK with a couple other people. Very interesting show. And then Catherine Weiss says, hi, Heidi Pop, Wisconsin. Oh, you're Heidi Pop, Wisconsin now. I didn't even notice that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? And let's see. Dark Brain. Dark Brain is back. Well, look at this. Howdy, folks. It's been too long. I hope everyone is doing well. We're doing very well. Thank you very much. And it's good to see you, buddy. Another one of our Ultra Mods. And then Dark Brain says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Catherine. And then Dark Brain says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Peggy. It's been a while. I hope you are both doing well. Good to see you. It's good to see you too, buddy. I know people get busy, and you know there's so many shows. You can't watch all of them. And then Catherine says, hi, Dark Brain. It's good to see you. We have missed you. Isn't that a nice little message there? And then I said, hiya, Dark Brain. Exclamation points, because no more broken keyboard for me. I got this Macintosh, an old Macintosh keyboard. It seems to be glitch-free. Glitch-free. The glitches are totally free with that one. Maybe not. Maybe I'm jinxing it. Maybe I shouldn't. And then Dark Brain says, missed you guys too. Great to see you. Well, it's good to see you too, buddy. And then Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty, whoever that is, says, good to see you too, Dark Brain. I think that's me. Over here on Rumble. And then Dark Brain says, cheers all. All has been well. Oh, good. All has been well here too. The old thumbs up. And Dark Brain, all good here, just staying busy. Whoops. Why did I click on it? It didn't go. You never know these days. Awesome. And then Catherine Weiss says, I'm glad to hear you've been doing well. And look, it's Valeroni, another one of our long-time friends. Greetings, fellow Truth Questers. And then Dark Brain says, oh, where'd it go? Oh, sheesh. I hope y'all have been having fun here. We've been having pretty much fun. And then Dark Brain says, oops. Howdy, Val. I think he means Valeronian. And I said, hi, Valeronian. And then it doesn't show anything, but guess what? Dark Brain went ahead and I'll show you. Since that doesn't show up on the chat, I will share this screen with you. I took a quick screenshot of it. And look at this. This is how groovy our chat is. And you might even say groovy like a record. And so if you're here live on Rumble, where it's uncensored, you'll see this cool chat. And look what he did. He gifted one subscription to Truth Quest and another one. Sometimes it shows it twice, but you only did it once. But whether it's one or two, we are very happy. And it looks like Valeronian was gifted the membership from Dark Brain. Thank you. And oh, look who else is here. Chronaviewer. Chronaviewer. I gotta say hi to Chronaviewer. Gosh, they just keep coming in. We're getting so popular. And so there's that is. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. And he also gave $20 truancy tax. You don't have to. You really don't have to shower us with money like this. But thank you. Thank you very much. That's awesome. You rock, because you guys are the Truth Questers. And see, I got the best Ultra mods. Too cool for school. Oh, and let's see here. There. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. Where did we leave off? Oh, gosh. Now I got to try to find it. La, 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 la. Okay. Oh, good. And Valeronian says, was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. I think we just saw that on that little thing. Then Dark Brain, there's where he gifted again. Look at that. And then Chronoviewer, hello all. Yeah. Chronoviewer is here. He's viewing the chrono all the time. And then Catherine Weiss says, I think we have been having fun. Yes. What else is there to have? And then I said, thank you, Dark Brain. Very cool. And then Aaron Moriarty, whoever that is, says, oh my gosh, thank you again, Dark Brain. Oh my gosh. OMG is oh my gosh. That's what I say. And then a Cap 78 pack, Peggy Dancer, another one of our Ultra mods. She says, hi, Dark Brain. Long time no see, brother. See, they're brothers and sisters here. There you go. But you know, we're all related if you go back far enough. You know, we're great to the 100th, to the millionth power. Adam and Eve. There they are. Yep. Oh, and Cap 78 pack, Peggy Dancer was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. Look at that. Well, thank you so much, Dark Brain. That's awesome. And then Cap 78 pack, Peggy Dancer says, hiya, Valeronian. Good to see you. And then Peggy Dancer says, hi, Chronoviewer. And Dark Brain says, Chronoviewer, hey, dude. And then Chronoviewer says, hello, Cap 78 pack. Then Kathy says, hi, Aaron, over on the portrait channel. I think I liked the portrait channel. I didn't go on it yet. And Chronoviewer says, hello, Dark Brain. At Dark Brain. And Peggy Dancer says, thank you so much for the sub gift, Dark Brain. Oh, look, she's got 2 hearts and a prayer. Isn't that nice? And then Kathy says, hi, Chronoviewer. And Valeronian says, hi, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Aaron. And then Chronoviewer says, hi, Kathy. Isn't that nice? And then Kathy says, hiya, Valeronian. And Valeronian says, Chronoviewer says, hello, Valeronian. Did I already put that one up there? Oh, look who else is here. Our good friend, JJ. Number 6th like. I caught the beginning of the show. Handy News went somewhere else for tonight. Okay. Yeah, Handy News is pretty good. He's a pretty cool guy. He's got a garage, too. And Cap 78 Pack says, hey, JJ. And JJ says, Cap 78 Pack, howdy. And then JJ says, I will get you a YouTube, get you a Rumble raid from Handy News eventually, Aaron. You have a cool show. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Cap 78 Pack says, hello, Heidi Pop, Wisconsin. Used to be LA, but it's Mayberry out here. It's like Mayberry. Remember Mayberry? It's kind of like what it's like. Oh. And Mr. Nobody XD says, I thought you were Gordon Ramsay for a second. Who's Gordon Ramsay? I don't know. Gordon Ramsay. I could ask my buddy Google. He might be able to tell me. And Heidi Pop says, oh, it's Leo Toast, Rick Roll, and Cool Doge. Thanks, Heidi. And Cap 78 Pack says, hi, Heidi Pop. 74. Oh, that's her other handle. Look at that. She's got all these different channels. And then Chroniviewer says, oh, Dancing Banana. I like that. Dancing Banana. Since it's not showing, I can do it. Yeah, there you go. I'm a dancing banana sometimes. Oh, and look at that. Dark Brain just gifted another subscription. Oh, my goodness. Is that what he did? For heaven's sakes. Thank you, Dark Brain. My goodness, you're going to go broke. You better simmer down, buddy. But we love you. And then Heidi Pop says, was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. Awesome. That's awesome, Heidi. And thank you, Dark Brain. Wow. And then Truth Quest with Aaron Maria says, hi, Chroniviewer. And Chroniviewer says, hi, Aaron. Look at that. Then Heidi Pop says, wow, thanks, Dark Brain. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So generous, Dark Brain, thoughtful, and a true blessing, says Cap 78 Pack. Piggy Dancer. Valeronian says, hello, Heidi. Hello, Dark Brain. Hello, Chroniviewer. Dark Brain, my pleasure. See, he's such a nice guy. He's got that nice guy gene. Nice guy gene. That's the best thing to have if you're a guy. And then Heidi Pop says, hey, Cap. Cat Jam. Look at that. Cat Jam. And then Valeronian says, thank you, Dark Brain. And Chroniviewer says, I view the chronos. Yeah. Somebody has to, right? That's right. That's what people say. You do Elvis shows? I said, somebody has to. Somebody has to. And then Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, please remember to hit the thumbs up and share the show out to your friends and family. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. Thank you, Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer. Appreciate that. See, we get the best Ultra mods. And then Cap 78 Pack says, and little chicks and hens too, like Chloe and Alicia. Oh, yeah. Hey, maybe it's a good time for that. As soon as we get through all the rest of these, there's not very many. And, oh, Dark Brain's up to his shenanigans again. Another subscription? Oh, my goonie. Oh, wow. Thank you. Then JJ got the gift this time. Was gifted a membership from Dark Brain. Isn't that awesome? And then Dark Brain says, couldn't leave out JJR. And then JJ says, thanks, Dark Brain. And JJ says, LOL, Gordon Ramsay, the mean chef. The mean chef. See, I don't have television. I don't watch. I haven't had television or cable or anything like that since way back before the turn of the century, back in the 90s. And so I don't know who any of these people are, and it's kind of nice, actually. My head's already full of TV stuff from the 60s and on, up to the 90s, and that's all my brain could hold. And then Dark Brain says, simmer down now. I like helping Aaron's channel. I figured I'd get it all in one swoop. Well, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate you. Yeah. All right. Now, Dark Brain, you're going to see something you might not have seen unless you watched the show, one of the shows on repeat. And that is a little video that my daughter made with one of my granddaughters. And here it is. Little Chloe's learning her animals and what sounds they make. Check this out.
What does Chloe have on her head? What is that?
Chicken.
A chicken? What does a chicken say?
One more time.
What does Chloe have on her head? What is that?
Chicken.
A chicken? What does a chicken say?
How do they keep those chickens on their heads? It's some new breed that nests on your head. You got to catch the eggs as they fall. It's a brand new breed. Telling you. It must be. Oh, it must be. And let's see. Oh, look, time-traveling hipster is here. Look, it's time-traveling hipster. He's like, that's Chroniviewer's twin brother. Yeah, that's right. What year is it? 2026? A, B, or C? I think it's C. 2026 C is what we're on now. Yeah. We had to flip timelines a couple times, you know. Have to do that every once in a while. Cap78 says, hi, time-traveling hipster. And then Dark Brain says, too cute. Good impersonation, isn't it? Yeah. And Chronivere, it's future me, time-traveling hipster. All right. See, I told you it was a fun show today. Look at that. Too much fun. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. And boy, they keep coming in. This might be the whole show, folks. And Cap78 to Peggy Dancer says, you are so funny, Chroniviewer. Time-traveling hipster. And I said, oh, time-traveling hipster said, hello, Cap. Hello, Cap78. And then I said, hi, time-traveling hipster. Time-traveling hipster says, hello, past me, Chroniviewer. Yeah. Time-traveling hipster. Yay. Yeah. We like it when time-traveling hipster stops by. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. And then Valeronian says, use of our Lord equals Anno Domini equals AD. I thought it was after death of Christ. No? And then Dark Brain says, Cap78 he will be funny in the future. Yeah, don't worry. Valeronian 2026 AD. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, let's cruise on over to a crazy little spot we love to go to. Oh, before we do that, though, I just want to show you this really quick. This is a picture that I had hanging up in my other room. It's not there anymore because it's in my hand right now. But this is the carrot. Remember the California drones? Boy, that reflection's really killing it. But yeah, we're going to do something on that soon again. It's been too long since we talked about that case. Very fascinating case where there's a language that actually commands the items to do what they do in the craft. Bizarre. Printed on the craft, and it makes it do something. Very strange. Of course, everything is strange, right? Even strange is pretty strange when you think about it, even when you don't think about it. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. Well, let's go on over to where? The land of Zuckers, because you know there is a Zucker born every minute over there, and we were there for it. We are there for it. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. Here we go. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, look at this. From Museum of Science, Boston. The newly discovered species, Australian ballista spider. Check this out.
Scientists have never seen a spider that catapults its prey into its web with a spring-loaded trap. This newly discovered species, called the Australian ballista spider, was found hiding beneath leaves in the Australian rainforest. At night, it spends about 4 hours building a special cone-shaped trap beneath its web, engineered for one specific prey, green tree ants. When an ant bites the cone, it gets stuck and triggers the snare, launching it about a foot into the spider's web. The trap launches the ant with about 140 times the force of gravity, about 15 times the peak G-force experienced by a fighter pilot. Scientists say it's the first known spider with a trap engineered for a specific species of prey. Scientists have never seen a spider that catapults it.
Isn't that interdasting? he feels more G-force than 15 times more than a jet fighter. Whoa, that is just, you know, it reminds me of a write and wipe board because it's very remarkable. Very remarkable, you might say. Okay. All righty then. Oh, the Watchers of the Past. Let's hear how Bob Lazar says it. Check.
How long do you think they've been watching it? I hear you say earlier you think over 1,000 years or more than that.
Oh, more than that. I mean, there's very interesting old paintings from the Renaissance period that have pictures of flying saucers drawn in the background in the sky. You know, obviously not a smudge, but obviously an elliptical shaped craft and, with a glow around it. I mean, so some of these are fascinating. So whether or not that proves anything, I mean, there's certainly mention of them in some older texts too. So from the evidence that I've seen, it appears that they've been coming here for thousands of years.
There's one right there. Look at that. And that. Those kind of like clouds to me. But that's interesting. That one's cool too. Yeah. Very strange. Just downrange of strange, you might say, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. And here is President Ronald Reagan from 1980. That's the year I graduated high school.
They tell us they've done the most that could humanly be done. They say that the United States has had its day in the sun, that our nation has passed its zenith. They expect you to tell your children that the American people no longer have the will to cope with their problems, that the future will be one of sacrifice and few opportunities. For those who've abandoned hope, we'll restore hope and we'll welcome them into a great national crusade to make America great again. They tell us they've done...
Did you hear that? National crusade to make America great again. So that's where Trump got that idea. Interesting, huh? Good old Ronnie Reagan, we used to call him. Reagan. What's this? Oh, important news here. Whoops. Man bitten by a radioactive cat just lies around the house all day. Yeah. I think that thing bit me once too, Could be. And the Babylonian bee, look at that. Babylon bee. Oh, and look at this. 3 deer crossed California's first wildlife bridge just 15 hours after workers left. Good. Oh, dear. Yeah, they're smart. They know that the roads are dangerous, and they'd rather take the overpass. I think those should be everywhere. Everywhere that there are deer. Don't you think? And the hunters will probably be on the bridge waiting for them. I don't know. Maybe that would be illegal. Breaking. Big election integrity win for Trump administration. One night after delivering a national address on election integrity, President Trump has achieved a major legal victory. A U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit has temporarily cleared the way for the U.S. Postal Service to now move forward with its proposed election mail rule, staying the lower court's order that had blocked the policy. That's good. Yeah, they're not going to deliver ballots to any state that doesn't give over their voter rolls. Isn't that interesting? And what's this from Scott McKay? It's a Q drop from 11/12/2020. And let's see. How do you show the public the truth? How do you safeguard U.S. elections post-POTUS? How do you remove foreign interference and corruption and install U.S.-owned voter ID laws and other safeguards? It had to be done this way. Sometimes you must walk through the darkness before you see the light. Q. I'm so grateful for Q. So grateful. And Q is the main reason we have so many citizen journalists too. Socialism works, not capitalism, says Mondami. And then Rubio says, then why is it that Cubans and Venezuelans flee to America, not Americans to them? Good point. Oh, look, the Stray Cats U.S. Tour, July 28th and 29th. Look at that.
Well, come on, everybody, let's get together tonight. Well, come on, everybody, let's get together tonight.
Let's Get Together. That is an Eddie Cochran song. Of course, Brian Setzer played Eddie Cochran in La Bamba, if you want to see him do that. Oh, and here's a nice little song that you might want to sing along with, especially if you're a mother.
I say, you come from the land of toddlers. Women go with that slumber. You taste the silver waddler. Ain't it fun being a mother? Whoop. I say, you come from the land of toddlers. Women go with that slumber.
That rocks. She's cool. Don't you love it? Oh, yeah. Pretty darn cool, I'd say. Kind of hard for the kids to nap when mom's making all that noise, though, eh? And this, Apollo 16 touches down.
Okay, down at 3, 50 feet. Down at 4, give me 1 click up. You're backing up slightly. Okay, 2 down. Stand by for contact. So let her down. You level off. Let her on down. Okay, 6%. Plenty fat. Contact. Stop. Boom. Okay, down at 3, 50 feet. Down at 4, give me 1 click up.
Oh, alrighty, Aphrodite. Ooh. Nobody has complained more and contributed less than Michelle Obama. I think that's a pretty accurate statement. And Gunther Eagleman says arrests must be made for the 2020 election fraud. Tina Peters deserves full restitution. Yes, she does. Oops, here we go. This thing's kind of touchy. VA has opened 38 new clinics under President Trump, bringing more care to more veterans closer to where they live. That's a common sense thing to do. See, when Trump is out there doing all these, headline making things, big things, he's also doing stuff like this behind the scenes that we maybe gets lost because he's doing so much. I've never seen any politician or president be so Johnny on the spot. He's Johnny on the spot. Something happens, he says something. Then he does something. Boom! Something big. It's incredible. I really hope that other future presidents are taking notes. And here is a UFO story. This gal, oh gosh, I'm sorry. This thing is weird. Okay, here we go.
I was doing ethnography, which means that you meet people who believe these things. And then I was recruited in a sense into the group that studied this topic. And the reason I was recruited was because, by the way, this is the same group that Gary Nolan had talked to him as well, was because I had a whole database of historical accounts of aerial phenomena that had similar patterns. You could say that the patterns matched with modern day reports of UFOs. So I was investigating communities of people who believe in UFOs. I was able to meet people who were involved in a government program who studied UFOs. And so, so I was invited out there. They invited me, by the way, because, and by the way, it's in my book, American Cosmic. Tyler is the person. James was Dr. Gary Nolan. I didn't use their names. They didn't want their names known. Since that time, Gary Nolan has said, yes, that's me in Diana's book. So So I was invited to go to New Mexico to an alleged crash site. I finally went. I put it off for a couple of years, by the way, because it was weird. And I thought, do I really want to go there? So I asked my colleague who was in religious studies to go with me, and he said, what? He said, that's out of my comfort zone. So I asked Dr. Gary Nolan, and he wanted to go like today. And so I learned more about Tyler and what he did and his position. And I learned that the government was studying UFOs. It was shocking to me, to tell you the truth. I didn't know this. But I still didn't believe in UFOs. So it was a couple of years later that, that this belief and evidence for it started to sink in. And I was like, okay, I believe in this now, but I believe in it in a different way. And I'm not advocating belief. So I'm still a religious studies professor. I am not going to say everyone believe in UFOs. The government, in my opinion, doesn't know what they are. And the reason they came to me was to try to get more data about what they are. And so we have people now in Congress, representatives who are saying they believe they're interdimensional. Maybe, I don't know. But I can say that there are definitely pattern matches between what we would call in the past things associated with aerial phenomena and things today. I was doing ethnography, which means that you meet people who...
Okay. Interesting. She believes, but she's a little hesitant still. Barack Obama colluded with China to unseat a rightful president of the United States. That's the very definition of treason. Yeah. Lock him up ASAP. One bad dude says the election wasn't stolen from Donald Trump in 2020. The election was stolen from the American people. This has always been about every single one of us, not just Donald Trump. That's right. Refusing to air a presidential speech to the nation about election fraud seems like a horrible way to convince people you weren't in on the election fraud. Agree? Oh, yeah. They're showing their hands at every turn. Every turn. Oh, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I just love his posts. To the law-abiding, tax-paying, hard-working citizens of the United States of America, I am thrilled to announce that I have officially freed you from funding California's disastrously overpriced high-speed train to nowhere. This boondoggle, oh, people don't use that word enough these days, boondoggle, led by the incompetent governor of California, Gavin Newsom, same as the old scum, has cost taxpayers hundreds of billions of dollars, and we have received nothing in return except cost overruns. The railroad we were promised still does not exist and never will. This project was severely overpriced, overregulated, and never delivered, thanks to Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. And not a single penny in federal dollars will go towards this Newsom scam ever again. This was an ill-conceived and unnecessary project and a total waste of taxpayer money. But no more. But no more. Oh, and this is from the meme queen. She makes pretty good memes. Defund the mainstream media, no signal, no more lies and propaganda. I agree. Thanks, meme queen. She's the queen of memes. Massachusetts Dems look to create official state Islam commission. Is Massachusetts, Nasty Chushits, trying to make Islam the official state religion? It's very sick, sad, and terrible. Here's my friend Randy Ketcher's little video of his invention, the tip-proof hammock. Check this out. If you've ever been on a regular hammock and fallen out of it, you could appreciate this. And he's selling those, so give him a call. He's over there on YouTube or on Facebook. And Randy Ketcher, Ketcher. I went to school with him. Nice guy. Oh, and look at this, Democrat. The Democrat Party. Oh, look. CNN, MSNBC, CBS, and NBC are kind of holding it up. But what's going to happen? It's not enough, is it? It's not enough. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being in that building when that happened? Oh, right now, chocolate is good for you and lettuce can kill you. I've been training for this my whole life. Yeah, me too. Thanks, Susan, for putting that out there. This meme, any meme with Gene Wilder in this outfit here is a good meme, I'm telling you. Those are good memes. And remember this, the Great Awakening sheet with all this information on it. Very stunning. And Christy Allen put this, welcome to the Great Awakening. Yes. The Great Solar Flash. Oops, going the wrong way. Look at those crazy eyes. This is that woman, the Canadian, who slapped a teenage girl because she was wearing Trump MAGA gear. And she just couldn't help herself. She got deported. Back to Canada you go. And stay there, will ya? Breaking. General Michael Flynn calls for the CIA and NSA directors during Trump's first term to be arrested for treason since they were part of the 2020 election fraud cover-up. Yes, I will agree with you there, for sure. What my husband wants for everyone is for everyone to be able to walk down the street without being harassed or killed, and for women not to be assaulted. Yeah. So why are they against it? They must want that stuff. Oops. Recorded in 2008, years before AI. This is one of the most convincing UAP videos ever. Is this?
Just patted him, but I couldn't talk. I didn't know what to say. I was just speechless, like they say. So what came to my mind, videotape, keep the camera going. So I'm out here and I'm videotaping and I'm trying to hold on to the dog. And when I noticed the object moved, either my hand shaked a little bit and I felt some sensation, something, but I was just too shocked. I didn't know what was going on. But that thing really didn't look like a plane or anything. It looked something like round, and it had something at the bottom that kind of shined, but I couldn't tell. So I got my camera, and I zoomed in. That's when I noticed the top part was either going around, it looked like, and then at one time, he did this. But when he did that, my camera captured it, but something happened. I couldn't keep going. And then the object, what he did, it went up, and then it stopped, and then it went like this, and then it went up, and came all the way up. That's when I try to close in, and when I noticed that the object didn't take off, no, it just glided away, like a kite. It just glided away towards the horizon. And I just couldn't understand it. I looked at my camera, took it inside, and that's when I said, wow. Just patted him, but I couldn't talk. I didn't know what to say. I would just...
Isn't that fascinating? I remember this from years ago, 2008. That is fantastic footage, even though his hands were shaky a bit, but I think anybody would be. Plus, he was trying to hold a dog, too. That's a tough thing, a very tough thing. Yeah, so that's a very interesting case. Can't say it's AI because it existed before AI. And this, oh my goonie. Have you heard about this Australian account? This is very strange.
A single blonde hair. Curry took this piece of evidence to an independent genealogy lab, where biochemist Horace Drew subjected the hair to DNA analysis. The results were not what he expected.
It was very unusual because most people's hair is yellow or brown or black, and this was optically clear like nylon fishing line. There's nobody.
A single blonde hair.
So it's such a short clip, and I remember this. So I went and I found the video. So it's right here. Oops. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I wonder if this is going to share this tab instead. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Peter is a security guard and a devoted family man with a remarkable story to tell about an alien encounter that he claims left him with the Holy Grail, DNA evidence.
No, what happened in 1992 was something you don't expect. And I've never had an experience or heard of experiences that have happened during the day. And this is 7:15 in the morning. I'm lying there and I feel like something jumped on the bed like a cat. As I sit up, I see sitting, straddling me, a naked blonde female, and sitting on the corner of the bed. So say I'm lying here on the bed, she's straddling me there, and right on the corner here is another female. The one that was sitting on top of me was blonde, very milky white skin, very, very attractive, but at the same time, longer face, a long nose, but it wasn't a big nose again. It was just like, it fitted their features very well. Larger eyes, very well proportioned, I mean, I've got to say. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? How did you get in here? And as I'm thinking this, I sit up, and as I sit up, she's...
Okay, get the kids out of the room. I should have warned everybody. Okay, are the kids out? Okay, here we go.
Cupped the back of my head with both her hands and pulled me to her breast, left breast, and pushed my face into it. My defense mechanism, whatever you want to call it, and it's so out of thing with me, I took a little bite, a nip, and I felt flesh, in my mouth. I didn't taste blood or anything, but I felt this bit of flesh in my mouth. I thought it was a bit of a nipple maybe. And as it hit the back of my throat, it was like you poured acid down the back of my throat, just this really bad chemical reaction. I started coughing, very heavy coughing. And as I've looked down and coughed, I've looked up and I saw them looking at each other, and I picked up what they were saying. They weren't speaking, but it was telepathic communication. Again, it was, he's done this wrong, something's gone wrong, this isn't the way it's supposed to be, he's done this wrong. And I'm like, what the heck, what are you going on about? I could pick on it, I could hear it. I had an erection for like 6 hours afterwards, and it was pretty painful. And under my foreskin, I found 2 hairs. One was like an S shape, almost curled, and the other one was sort of not, it was just wrapped around, embedded in though, like if you push your nail into you get a little bit of a mark. That's what they were in. They were embedded. I could see that they weren't on the surface. And as I tried to take them off, peel them off, it was total agony. And so I knew it had to be from them.
Peter released his sample for DNA analysis, which was conducted by a biochemist. The results that came back were extremely unusual.
And mate, I was bombarded with phone calls from the scientists. Come to our house, took hair samples from me, hair samples from Vivian, blood from me. So I was starting to get like a forensic investigation. What they found was the analysis confirmed the hair came from someone who was biologically close to normal human genetics, but of an unusual racial type, a rare Chinese Mongoloid type, one of the rarest human lineages known, that lies further from the human mainstream than any other except for African pygmies and aborigines. There was the strange anomaly of it being blonde to clear instead of black, as it would be expected from the Asian-type mitochondrial DNA. The study concluded the most probable donor, therefore, must be, as Curie claims, a tall blonde female who does not need much colour in her hair or skin as a form of protection against the sun, perhaps because she doesn't require it.
Peter, thank you.
Thank you, Mary. You know, we're always here for each other.
Yeah.
That's what we've got to do.
That's right.
Always.
Yeah.
No, you did some good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate
He was a very, very believable, credible guy that works on construction sites and has now, you know, dedicated a large part of his life to kind of to telling his story. Do I think he's doing it for any kind of reason other than the fact that he feels compelled to do it? No, I don't.
Chris has decided he needs to talk to Peter Curie again.
Hello? Hello, Peter?
Speaking.
G'day, it's Chris Rodwell. How you going? Your account yesterday was pretty mind-blowing and quite detailed. Look, I was wondering whether or not you would be prepared to undergo a polygraph test.
Oh, not a problem. I've always requested it, mate. I even at one stage asked Bill, there was some talk of some truth serum that was being used in some military stuff, but I said, mate, I'd be more than happy to do that as well.
Okay, great. Cheers, Pete.
Cheers, sir.
Bye.
Bye, mate.
It makes it much more believable to me, the fact he was so eager to do the polygraph test. I mean, how can it not? There's a guy saying, without a hesitation, without a shadow of a doubt, yep, I'll do it. What can you go, okay, well, right. That wasn't, I was expecting even a thought. No, do it.
Whilst the polygraph test is conducted, the room must be cleared. So Mary and Chris have to wait outside until Gavin is finished.
It's going to be fascinating. He wants to get an answer and he really is very interested in doing it. So that's going to be a fitting finale, I think, really. If he passes that, what can you say?
Yeah. These things, they just record how you're going to breathe during the test. So just raise your arms up again. This one's going to go up and around your thoracic area. All right, just drop your arms down.
Yeah.
Those sensors on your fingertips, they record perspiration. All right?
Yep.
Okay. If you're feeling faint, if you're feeling uneasy, queasy, whatever, let us know if you do.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Peter, the test is about to begin. I'm now going to get you to close your eyes for me. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Don't move and answer each test question truthfully. Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
Is your first name Peter?
Yes.
Do you intend to deliberately lie to any test question?
No.
In July 1988, did you definitely witness 5 aliens in your bedroom at your parents' home in Hurlston Park?
Yes.
Did you lie to me when you said you definitely witnessed 5 aliens in your bedroom at your parents' home in Hurlston Park?
No.
Is honesty more important to you than loyalty?
Yes.
Did you deliberately do anything to try and beat this test?
No.
Did you lie to me when you said you definitely witnessed 5 aliens in your bedroom at your parents' home in Hurlston Park?
No.
Okay, test is now over. Chris, Mary, I suppose you're going to know what the results were. Peter passed the test
Great. I'm happy.
So, as far as I'm concerned, what he witnessed, there has to be some merit in that.
The polygraph test has validated Peter's account of the events and reinforced his belief that the scientific community need to take this matter seriously.
Look, I think the DNA went a long way to helping people believe. Hopefully with a polygraph to back it, people can then sit back and say, well, if the guy's not lying, there's got to be something there, you know, and if there's something there, and if it's 5% of all the reports around the world, if 5% of those reports are legitimate and mine is part of that, then, geez, we've got a phenomena we need to look at.
I mean, the results actually haven't surprised me because I've always believed Peter, and I know that he's got absolutely nothing to gain by saying something so incredible.
Isn't that interesting? I would have to say so. Let's see. Share this tab instead. There it is. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. All right. Whoops. Gotta click off of that. That's right. Okie dokie. Here we go. Here's something a little lighter. Oh, if it only would. Jeez. This thing is okay. A little touchy.
If your team gave the order that the election was not to be touched, then why did it require fixing the logs and burying the China Compromise? Obama, your team ordered the interference because that's what you told them to do. And when it went wrong, you signed the cover and fixed the records. You falsified documents.
That's enough.
You lied to America.
Going to hold you
committed
in
treason.
Contempt.
You doctored the election books. Former President Obama, did you order the election interference?
Obama, you don't have to answer that.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think America's entitled.
Do you want answers? America wants the truth. America can't handle the truth.
If your team gave the order that the election was not to be touched, then why did it require fixing the logs and burying the China Compromise? Obama, your team ordered the interference because that's what you told them to do. And when it went wrong, you signed the cover and fixed the records. You falsified documents.
That's enough.
You lied to America.
To hold you
committed
in
treason.
Contempt.
You doctored the election books. Former President Obama, did you order the election interference?
Obama, you don't have to answer that.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think America's entitled.
Do you want answers? America wants the truth. America can't handle the truth.
If your
Yeah. There it is. Oh, and look at this. Apollo 11 lunar lander site image from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. After seeing this sunrise sunset video of the lander, do you have you still think that
Apollo 11 lunar landing site image from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. After seeing this sunrise to sunset video of the landing site, do you have any doubts about it? Apollo 11 lunar landing site image from the Lunar Reconnaissance.
See, what they should do is they should launch even just a robotic lander, or even like something that would fly over it somehow, and document each of the landing sites so that people have something a little closer up to look at. Don't you think? I think that would be really neat. That'd be great. And the G6 committee hid footage, deleted evidence, and covered up the stolen election. Look at all of the people they criminally charged feloniously. They need to go to prison. They need to go to prison. That's from 2 years ago. ABC and NBC will face the full weight of the United States government. They violated the on-air broadcast charter of 1972, and they will pay dearly. Yes, they will. Oh, check this out.
Oh, Milo, buddy. Hey, what's up? You hungry?
Hungry bird.
Oh, Milo! Milo, buddy! Hey!
Milo the Crow. Very cool. And look at these chickens. They're having fun with some balloons. I think one of those was the one on Chloe's head. Let's watch this.
Get it, girls! Oh, nice hit. Keep it up! Keep it up! That one jumped high.
Oh, almost dropped it.
There it goes again.
Good game, ladies. Get it, girls!
Oh, nice hit.
Keep it up! Keep it up!
That one jumped high.
Oh, almost dropped it.
There it goes again.
Good game, ladies.
They did drop it. Now I'm thinking that might be AI. Do you think? What isn't AI these days? Yeah, we don't need to go over that. Minneapolis mass shooting, 9 hurt outside region nightclub. And yes, they were Somali gangs. They didn't say that in the news, though. Oh, and look at this. This is really quite fascinating. Is there anyone in the chat who is a Doors fan? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that? Oh no, YouTube just knew. Really? The stream is done? Stream unavailable. Oh, I got the bat phone. Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, well, my screen just says stream unavailable, stream suspended for policy violations.
Oh boy, I know. They've been really bugging me. I guess I'm doing something wrong according to the evil overlords over there. But
So I guess nobody can see it. Then I guess other people can't see it either.
no, you might as well join us over on Rumble.
Okay, I'll go over on Rumble then.
All right, thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that might be the end of the show on YouTube, folks, because they keep telling me everything I put on, they have an object to, and it's just, I'm sick of it. And I spend a lot of time. Oh. Hello?
Hi, you said something as I was hanging up?
No,
Oh, I thought you were going to say something as I was hanging up.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll go over to Rumble.
Oh, wait. It looks like it's playing now.
Hello? Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, it's playing now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't hear.
Okay. All right.
Are you playing?
Okay.
Are you playing?
Okay.
Looks like it's playing now. Okay.
I can
but
hear
is it making a sound? Because I don't hear any sound. Okay.
I can hear my voice from you. So yes, sound is coming through. I'm not playing anything right now. I'm talking to you on the phone. So,
Okay.
all right.
I'll let you go.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks. Okay. What's working again? And this gal, they'll probably not like this either. This is a gal, what's her name? Carmen. Original audio by Naomi Carmen. She does a beautiful rendition of When It Rains, It Really Pours. Elvis did a version of this too, which is really good.
What it takes, you got it, baby. You are the only one I chose to live with all these heartaches. Only you and heaven know. My troubles. When it rains, it really pours.
Awesome. Very good. When it rains, it really pours. And what's this? Let's see. Oh, I don't know if we're going to have time for this. When you find the best account for TV bloopers, TV news bloopers, watch a little bit of this.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey!
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Bing, boom, 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 boom. Boing, 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 boing. Hey! Yes, I told you we sat up on that. Boing, 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 boing. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Da-da, da-da. 1 minute.
1 minute. Well, it's just more of that. It's pretty funny. They must have had to practice that. That's hilarious. And here's Trump teaching people on the South Lawn how to do the Trump dance. You know, the whole copyright thing, I wish that YouTube would understand. I'm going through my timeline. It's stuff on my timeline that's public. I'm just airing it. It's a part of my life. I experience it and I'm sharing it. It's nothing to do with copyright. There it is. I don't know if that's going to be understandable by those people. Joe Biden wasn't our first fraudulent president. Barack Obama was. Breaking. Representative Anna Paulina Luna says upcoming declassified files will expose foreign agents operating inside congressional offices. Isn't that, where isn't it going on, right? Here's Lisa Marie Presley talking about her father when she used to go on tour with him.
I looked forward very much to going on tour with him. It was a lot of fun. I loved watching his shows more than anything. I loved being picked up from school. Just a black car would show up and I'd be looking out the window and I was like, aha, I'm out of here. He sent a car for me and he wants me to come, and I was excited about that. To go with him to the point where the 2001 intro starts. Very exciting. You know, he was my dad. He was electrifying.
People can stay home and hear you sing, but when they pay their money to come out and see you on a personal appearance, those people want to see a show.
Isn't that sweet? Isn't that just awesome? And we're almost done here with this part of it. And here is something that Kathy shared, and this will probably get a copyright strike too, but this is on my timeline, okay? Facebook has no problem with me putting this on my timeline for the whole world to see. Why not my small audience on Rumble and YouTube? Check it out. This is Karen Carpenter singing a cappella.
Love, look at the two of us, strangers in many ways. We've got a lifetime to share, so much to say, and as we go from day to day, let's take a lifetime to say, I knew you well for only time. at the two of us, strangers in many ways. Let's take a lifetime to say I knew you well, for only time will tell us so, and love may grow for all we know.
Beautiful. What a voice. What a voice. Schumer's voter ID flip-flop. 1996, voter ID is common sense. 2026, voter ID is Jim Crow 2.0. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're a slimy politician, Chuck Schumer. I've brought in 18 trillion for this country. When I travel, I make money for America, not for me. I don't care about that. I already have money. I don't want money. I want money for the country. He's one of a kind. I'm telling you, this one of a kind. This is from Jeff Foxworthy. Every dad has a drawer full of cords that don't fit anything we currently own. Because the day after you throw one away, NASA will call needing it. They will. That's why we save them. Yep. Oh, and look at this. Don't open it. 2020 election intelligence. All these panicking people. Great artwork. Thanks, AI. I believe it was you that did that. And look, it's 57 years ago today, on July 20th, 1969, humanity set foot on the moon for the very first time. I think that is true. I mean, even in past incarnations of intelligent life on this planet, if they did go to the moon, there would still be footprints there, unless it was so long ago that their footprints got obliterated by an asteroid, I suppose. But yeah, that's that. And we're going to skip that. Skip that. Skip that. Oh, and we're done. Overdone in the sun. And I saw Chronivere put this out. The YouTube stream is in limbo. They don't appear to be listed. But if you click on the icon, one live version shows up. Huh. Yeah. I get a lot of emails from this one. This video is blocked in territories. This, copyright strike. But I'm not monetized, so that doesn't really matter. So there you go. Oh, alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, we're going to go quickly over to X, because X is where a lot of stuff is that's very cool. And I'm sure you will agree with me. Here we are at X. Let's go up. There's our show. 797. Look at this. This is so funny. Oops.
That's Palm Beach Pete. Hold on. Jeffrey.
Did you see that? As Palm Beach Pete, he said Jeffrey, and he looked. Oh, man.
That's Palm Beach Pete. Hold on. Jeffrey. Palm Beach Pete.
Hello?
The chat is on the screen.
Oh, okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Chat was on the screen. Sorry about that. Looks like it didn't interfere with that picture, though, so... All right, there we go. Okie dokie, Pinoki. Wait a minute. Yeah, I got to go back here.
That's Palm Beach Pete.
This is the world's first computer memory that NASA actually had to sew by hand, known as core rope memory. This incredible invention is what guided the first humans to the moon. In the 1960s, NASA didn't have the small memory chips we use today. Instead, they hired skilled workers to literally weave computer code like a piece of clothing. By passing copper wires through tiny magnetic rings, they turned software into a physical object. The logic was very simple. If a wire went through a ring, it was a 1. If it went around the ring, it was a 0. Because this code was woven, it was nearly indestructible. It couldn't be deleted, it couldn't crash, and it even worked in the harsh radiation of space. The entire system held only 72 kilobytes of data. That is millions of times smaller than a single photo on your phone today. This is the world's first...
That is fascinating. Is this true?
First computer memory.
Look at that. How on earth? That's genius. Look at that. You know, when they say we lost the technology to go to the moon, this is the kind of stuff they were doing. But they were looking at alien recovered technology to do this. So I don't know. Wow. Fascinating. So fascinating.
As President Obama has said, he wants to fundamentally transform America. Well, what is it? Well, let me tell you. It's un-American, it's anti-Western, but pro-Islam, pro-Iranian, and pro-Muslim Brotherhood. You have to ask yourself, why would an American president embrace the Muslim Brotherhood, whose creed is to destroy us from within with our own miserable hand and replace our Constitution with draconian Sharia law? You got it right. Now, I'm always holding back. Now, you understand we have a serious national security crisis. When you have a president who is not interested in America leading or America winning, then you know the greatest threat to our national security resides at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We have a president who refuses to identify the enemy. Islam is a totalitarian ideology bent on world domination masquerading as a religion. And I got to tell you, I reject the term radical Islam. That implies
that there are some moderate Islamists. No such thing. They bite their tongue for a while until they get to a certain point, and then they start killing everybody. Despicable.
Bit of Homeland Security.
Oh, did you hear
According to the
Scott Pressler, here, check this out. Eric Doherty, wow, facing threat of a lawsuit, Democrat Chester County, Pennsylvania just caved to Scott Pressler and will give him the full list that will expose how many non-citizens or illegal aliens might be voting. They are going to give us the complete non-juror list. Time to secure the Save America Act, the elections. Yes, Scott Pressler, he's going to cut his hair if they pass the Save America Act. Isn't that, he's a pretty remarkable guy. Look at this.
So we all know the middle finger is considered swearing, but it's actually something very powerful and sacred when you recognize it. And we can all take advantage of this understanding. So you have 5 fingers for the 5 elements: fire, air, ether or spirit, earth and water. So they demonize the middle finger and called it swearing, when actually the ether is the element they removed off the periodic table. They don't want you to know about the ether, because when you know what the ether is, it represents how everything is made out of one substance. The 4 elements are 4 different vibrational states of the ether. The ether is the interconnected spiritual source of all physical reality and all creation. So esoterically and inside of your anatomy, they are also similar symbolic of you. So ether or spirit represents you, the observer, the controller. Fire represents your willpower, I will. Air represents your thoughts, your mind, I think. Water represents your feeling, I feel. Earth represents your actions. So you are the spirit governing your will, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. So they demonize the spirit because these Satanists, they only care about physical reality. So they don't want you to recognize that you are the spirit.
You are the spirit. Yes, you are. There's Scott Presser with his haircut. That's what he'll look like if the Save America Act gets. That's great.
Don't want to be Muslims, and we also do not want our children to be Muslims. And whenever somebody says something to me like, well, we got some good Muslims within us, so please don't bring your Christianity to us. They're good right now in the stage that they're at. But you let it continue, and it will go to the stage that it has in every other Muslim conquered nation. And they start off, they move to a nation, they say, hey, we're here with Halal. And then once they start getting into places of politics, and they have a bunch of liberals that actually collaborate with them, just like they did in Iran, then what they do after that is they begin to take over the streets, they begin to take over the city parks, and then immediately they go after the Jews. The next stage is they go after the Christians. The next stage after the Christians is they turn on the liberals who helped them, and then they completely have taken over. I defy anybody to prove me different. That's what they have done for over 1,000 years now, and it must be stopped. Don't want to be Muslims, and we also do not want our children to be Muslims.
That's right. We got to stop it. One way
Last
or another.
October, in the quiet Mississippi town of Pascagoula, two local men confronted authorities with a rather bizarre story. Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker told of a strange craft landing near their fishing site and of being taken aboard by three unearthly creatures. One of the men suffered a nervous breakdown and is still under treatment.
Pascagoula.
We were sitting on the other side of the pier with our feet, over toward the river, fishing in the river. And the fish still wasn't biting, so I told Calvin, I said, well, we might as well go home. But I guess that was when I heard it. It was some kind of zipping sound. And when I turned around, in this area out here, about 40 and 50 feet out there, the blue light, it had blue flashing lights as it was, pushing the ground, but then they went out. And when the opening appeared, some source of light came from the inside. It was just almost blinding.
Sheriff Diamond, can you tell me just what happened that night?
No, sir, I can't. All I can tell you is there was two men came into the sheriff's department approximately 8:30 and 9 o'clock. They were all excited, upset, wanting to climb the walls, hysterical, crying. That's actually all I know is what happened. As far as me seeing what happened, I don't know.
Of course, we could see them in the opening coming from, when it started out to craft. But
Did you think it was people coming out at first?
Well, they had. I kind of thought it was people at first, off like that. But of course, when they appeared there in front of me, it was the most shock I've ever had in my life. But it seemed to me when they came out that doorway, or that opening, or whatever it was, then just almost instantly they were right there on us.
We questioned them at length. And then we left the room and recorded all the conversation they had. Recorded between the two of them. And one of them kept wanting to pray. And he said, after all I went through on this earth, I said, why should I have to see something like this?
Calvin Parker, I was questioning him, and at one time he wanted to climb the wall. That's how nervous and how shook up he was.
They had me one on this arm like this, and on the other one, they had my other arm like that. And I just seemed to lift up to the same height they were off the ground, and we just moved into the crowd.
Now inside, how did they lay you out? Do you remember how it happened?
Yes. I didn't see any tables or chairs or anything in there. I'm not saying it wasn't in there because the light was almost blinding, but I didn't see any. And when they carried me inside, they seemed to just lean me back, And this eye, I keep referring to it as an eye, and it moved up in front of me about this close, and it started right at my eyes, looking me right in the eye. And it hesitated there for a few seconds, and it just started moving over my entire body. When they brought me from the craft along this area here, and they didn't drop me, they just released me back to the ground. And I fell. I don't know why my legs were weak. I don't know why it was the fright or what it was, but I fell onto the ground.
Tell me about the lie detector test.
Well, so that was run by Pilkington. Was it Pilkington?
Pennington. That they run this type of test about 6 times a day. And when they were asked to come over here to talk to these people, they had in their mind that it was just a big joke. If I understand it correctly, they ran one test on Mr. Hickson. The machine showed that he was telling the truth. Then they run another one. And then the examiner, he began to wonder himself. So he ran the third test, and he believed just what Mr. Hickson had told him.
I think there has to be a reason why that Calvin and me was picked.
Maybe because you could take it.
Well, it might be. I don't know. I think that they know more what's going on down here on this earth than we think. And I don't know. They might have been, you might say, looking for somebody that could, you might say, hold up under the strain and convince people that there is another world and there's some kind of life on that world.
So isn't that interesting? 1973, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker. Wow. Chupacabra shared that. Thanks, Chupacabra.
I think we need to break up.
What?
I know this will come as a big surprise.
Are you serious?
It's just that I think we've got to totally different paths.
Yes, over 1,000 times, yes.
What?
I have to call my mum. She's going to be over the moon.
No, I said we need to break up.
I know, I can't believe it. I thought you'd never ask.
I didn't ask.
So are we going to announce it on Facebook, or do you want to tell people face to face?
Are you not a bit sad?
I've been sad for years. I can't wait to tell everyone. I mean, it's not exactly going to be a surprise. People have been kind of expecting it for a while.
Like who?
Everyone. Every time I went out, people would be like, oh, why are you still with her? When are you going to break up? I hate her. She's a bitch. I want to punch her in the face.
Are you serious?
We have so much planning to do. Where do we even start? We need to find somewhere to live, get on the old Tinder updates. I wonder what Sarah's up to.
Sarah from your work? What is wrong with you? You're supposed to be upset.
I'm sorry. It's just from the moment I met you, I knew you were not the one. And I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives apart. Maybe the happiest man alive.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Who the fuck
Well,
needs
here's
an
something
import
funny
pass
too.
when you got your own? Nigga. Exactly. So now
Wait.
I done found who the fuck needs an N-word pass when you got your own? Nigga. Exactly. So now I done found a legal loophole. I can tell all you nigga exactly how I feel about you nigga and not get in trouble for saying nigga. Exactly. Who the fuck needs an N-word pass when you got your own? Nigga. Exactly. So now I done found a legal loophole. I can tell all you nigga exactly how I feel about you nigga and not get in trouble for saying nigga. Exactly. Who the fuck?
That's so funny.
Here with James Fishback at the police station to see if I'm going to get my guns back. Here we go.
This is James O'Keefe trying to get his guns back. They took his guns away feloniously. And this Fishback guy's running for governor, and he wants to change that law. And he still doesn't have his. The guy he was interviewing, or got him on tape, said he wants to kill James O'Keefe. So what do? They go and they take all of James O'Keefe's guns away to leave him unarmed, so that guy can kill him. It's sick. It's sick. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
خداوند نزدیک هیچ دختر است نمیکرد ما هیچ خلق نمیشیم که قدر بد شناسیم
من نمیفهمم دیگه بسیار زیاد ناراحت حتی از بودن خود در دنیا دیگه پشیمان هستیم کاش هیچ نمی بودیم در دنیا اصلا موجود نمیم ما به اندازه از حیوان در ملت ارزش نداریم حیوان خود سم میتونه سر به خود برم در رای خود ادامه بتونه تا بخورم بمیتونه ما اجازه رو میدن نه خداوند از این دختر هست نمی.
Isn't this sad? I wish God had never created woman. If we are going to be so unlucky, when we might as well not live at all. We are being treated worse than animals. Animals can go anywhere on their own. But we girls don't have the right to even step out of our homes. That's sickening. So sickening. That poor woman, you can just hear the fear in her voice. Yeah, Islam is not any kind of a way to live. Just bad. But look at this. So she's counting her change, trying to find money for her gas. This other woman prepaid and put the nozzle in and started pumping gas. And she doesn't even realize it. But now watch. She's looking around. Who did this? Now she's going to look at the pump and notice that it's paid. And look how grateful she is. Look how grateful she is. Oh my God, she's so happy. Oh, that's beautiful. When people do nice things for other people, and she did. The other woman didn't even stick around to say you're welcome. That's just beautiful. That's what it's all about, baby. And oh, this is good. This is good. When people say, oh, we shouldn't be in that war with Iran, show them this Dilly Meme Team video. Check it out.
Since the end of World War II, Iran has been a strategic ally to the United States and Western civilization. The Shah enacted reforms in Iran that ushered in an unprecedented era of prosperity for all. But a toxic combination of the poisoned ideologies of Marxism and jihadism brought peace and prosperity to an abrupt end. In 1979, the Marxist jihadists usurped the government and installed a new regime of terror. They seized the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and held 52 American hostages for well over a year. In 1983, they bombed the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, killing 17 Americans. In October that year, they bombed the Marine barracks that slaughtered 241 U.S. service members. This was the deadliest loss for the Marines since World War II. In 1985, they hijacked TWA Flight 847, taking hostages and murdering a U.S. service member. This is what President Trump had to say about it in 1987.
The next time Iran attacks this country, go in and grab one of their big oil installations. And I mean grab it and keep it. And get back your losses, because this country has lost plenty because of Iran.
In 1996, they bombed the Khobar Towers in Saudi Arabia, killing 19 U.S. airmen. In January of 2016, 10 U.S. sailors were detained by the Iranians. The very next day, Marxist jihadist Barack Obama started sending pallets of cash to the Iranian government, totaling nearly $2 billion. President Trump had some choice words about that as well.
$400 million in cash being flown in an airplane to Iran. I wonder where that money really goes, by the way, right? I wonder where it really goes. Well, it went to either in their pockets, which I actually think more so, or toward terrorism. Probably a combination of both.
In 2023, he had this to say.
I will shatter the deep state once and for all.
And that's exactly what he's doing. When you see these imbeciles on the internet talking about fighting Israel's war, show them this video and tell them to shut the fuck up. He didn't start a new war, he's ending an old one. This has been another public service announcement, paid for by the Dilly Meme Team.
A little bit of rough language in there, but there you go. The Dilly Meme Team.
So you're telling me you can't read me the Bible?
Not at all. No worries. I can absolutely read it for you. Let's just go ahead and... My guidelines won't let me talk about that. What? Can I help you with something else?
So wait, so why can you can read the Bible, but you can't read the Bible? I'm confused. Can you tell me what you're allowed to do?
Can you read any verses?
Totally understand the confusion, and I'm sorry for the mixed signals. Just to clear it all up, I'm absolutely... My guidelines won't let me talk about that.
I'm absolutely allowed to read your Bible verses, no restrictions, and then it says I'm restricted. So can you not read me any Bible verse?
I'm sorry if that came off as contradictory earlier. Let me put it simply. I can absolutely read you any Bible. My guidelines won't let me talk about that.
I can absolutely read you any Bible verse you want, including Ephesians 4. Nah, my guidelines won't let me do that.
Ask for the first. Absolutely. Let's do that. Here's Ephesians 4:29. My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something
Give me
else?
another. Any verse from the Buddhist religion?
Absolutely. From the Buddhist tradition, we can look at a well-known verse from the Dhammapada, which is a collection of sayings of the Buddha. One of the famous verses is, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." It is founded on...
Isn't that sick? Don't use ChatGPT. It's anti-Bible. That's not good. It's not good. Look at this. Oh, I remember doing this when you were a kid. It's a nice puddle.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Look at this. How many satellites do we have? 59? Let's see. Look at the tally. 64. Oh, look how fast it's going. I can't even keep up. See, this is the 60s still. Look how many satellites we had in the 60s and the 70s. A lot of satellites. 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Look at all those. Now watch when Elon Musk gets his things up there. It really takes off. Look at that, 2023. Whoa. That. 14,900 satellites, 2025. And it looks like Kathy's saying good night. Good night, everyone, she says. And Dark Brain says, Catherine, you heading out? Was sure nice seeing you. Sleep well and have a wonderful week. Isn't that nice? We're almost done here, folks.
Thank you, sir.
Did you hear about this? President Trump stuns the experts by announcing grocery company giant Eagle is slashing prices across over 300 products after Walmart made a similar move. Trump, other grocery chains must immediately follow the lead of these absolute patriots at Giant Eagle. Isn't that wonderful? And Walmart.
Truth Social from the White House saying this: based on conversations with Prime Minister Sharif and Field Marshal Munir of Pakistan, and wherein they requested that I hold off the destructive force being sent tonight to Iran and subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran, agreeing to the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. This will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is that we have already...
Okay, we'll see if that works. And the National Academy of Sciences has historically published analytical scientific manuals expressly for our federal judiciary. Of course, the Academy has been run by radical left Democrats who, it turns out, published fraudulent, biased, and misleading manuals on climate change. These bogus manuals were used by judges to decide massive climate change cases and have created huge losses across our country. These manuals have been totally discredited. Our nation's federal judges deserve facts and science, not political fraud and false science on climate. With this truth, I hereby order federal suspension and debarment officials to review this conduct, and taxpayers should not be funding climate fraud. The judges should never have relied on it. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. Oh, yeah. Always doing a good thing. Here's Trump taking time to go to FIFA. Of course, Spain won. I think you've probably already seen this. So we'll go over here. Here's Mike Lindell. This guy's climbing the top of the pyramid, and he filmed it illegally. I think he was arrested when he came down. Look at this. Look at that. Fantastic. Yeah, we don't need that crappy music playing. I mean, up there, I mean, a good gust of wind could blow you right off of that, couldn't it? I mean, wow. That's pretty dangerous. We showed this years ago, but it's pretty cool footage. We don't recommend anybody else does this because this looks pretty dangerous and you'll get arrested. So there. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. Katie Hobbs, we all know she cheated. Don't you think? Here's 30 seconds on Mondami.
In under 30 seconds, I'm going to explain how Zohran Mamdani is a terrible mayor. He said he would tax the rich. The rich just keep moving to Florida. We are down $11 billion in tax revenue. He said that there would be free public transportation. It now costs $3 to ride the bus instead of $2.75. And the price of the subway just went up last week by 20%. He said that there would be a rent freeze. It turns out New York City now has the highest average median rent in American history, with an average one-bedroom apartment going for $5,300. Zohran Mamdani is a third world Muslim socialist who should have never been allowed into this country. Share if you agree.
How do you like that? We're almost done here, folks.
In under 30 seconds, I'm going to explain how Zohran...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not kidding when I say this, but we have just scored a legal victory that might have just saved our entire country. Most certainly, it has just saved the 2026 midterm elections. Now, a little bit of a background here. As many of you will remember, a couple of months ago, President Trump signed an executive order blocking the United States Postal Service from delivering mail-in ballots to 23 individual states, mostly deep blue sanctuary states.
And yeah, that's cool. They're going to lose 25 million votes.
By sharing some of this information with you, I am in the process of violating my national security oath. The planet Earth is and has been the subject of an extensive, detailed study by several extraterrestrial civilizations. The human race is a hybrid. We were seeded here, and we have had an intimate interrelationship with high technology, advanced intelligence for hundreds of thousands of years. It hasn't stopped. They are still involved. I'm not trying to frighten you, but I'm trying to say to you that in the next very few short years, you're going to be experiencing things that are going to literally change your life in ways you have never dreamed or imagined. And you better be ready for it. By sharing some of this information with you, I am in the process of violating my national security oath. The planet Earth is and has been the subject of an extensive, detailed study by several...
Holy shit, he's really good.
Who are you? I'm having trouble hearing you with your face diaper on, actually. Is this not a publicly funded school board?
You're just a bigot?
Oh, what makes me a bigot, ma'am? Or sir? I'm not sure. I didn't misgender you, did I?
Oh, please go fuck yourself.
That's not very ladylike.
Oh, now you're fucking misgendering me. Ladylike.
Oh, well, what are you exactly?
None of your fucking business. What are you?
But you said I misgendered you. If I don't know what you are, how can I not misgender you?
Holy shit, he's really good. Holy shit.
Yeah. All right, we're going to call it a night right there, folks. So I want to thank you all so very much for coming along. And I put the good night messages up there. So, yeah, that was Robert Dean. Yes, it certainly was, Valeronian. I want to thank you all for coming here, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come out of the Truth Quest and talk all about it. We'd love to hear your story. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 p.m. Central. We'll see you there, or you will be square. All right. Have a good night. Peace in. That's world peace, baby. Yeah. Oh, and we got another from Dark Brain. Good night, friends. Was great seeing everybody. Great seeing you too, buddy. And Chroniviewer says, that was a lively show. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Thanks, Aaron. You're welcome, Chroniviewer. And Valeronian says, thank you, Aaron. You're welcome, buddy. All right, we'll see you on Wednesday. Wednesday, we call it. Until then, good night, fellow Truth Questers, and peace in. That's world peace, baby. Yeah. Peace in. We're getting it. It's coming. See you.